Using only a food, tell us where you live. In Glasgow. With a Dorito. Don't tell me what to do, microwave. Look, if there's one appliance in your house, and there are many appliances in your house that you should listen to, but if there's one you should really listen to, it's the radioactive hot box.
You can't tell me what—
Oh no. Worm farming, oh God. Mrs. G is gone for a few days, so I brought my worms into the living room they're not allowed in. Here's a selfie I took. That's great. Mrs. G is probably right though.
Trash now, I'm a spaz out. I've been killing my lows and living on highs. You see in the skies.
I dropped out of college 4 years ago. Today I spent $38 on a cap and gown and got in line. I've literally never been a student here. Wait, you got in line? Did you steal someone's diploma? Somebody remind me in 7 years not to have kids. Don't have kids. What prompted you to even do this? A commitment to public service, okay? Your mom is so lazy. She took 9 years to finish the joke. My wife wasn't thrilled when I put this Lego Millennium Falcon on our wedding registry. To not seem completely self-indulgent, I told her I'd wait until we had kids to build it. Today, after 10 patient years, the adventure begins. Oh, it's gonna be so freaking sick. Turns out Rahul Ligma was not actually fired from Twitter, but instead was just some random dude with a box that got CNBC with a Ligma nuts joke. Oh good, there's Elon tweeting again. Haha, woo! For the longest time, he never drank water. He would only drink blue Powerade. He didn't like the taste of water. That sure is a great way to fuck your kidneys up, dude. I got a pre-owned copy of Pokemon Sapphire, so I snooped around in the game a little bit, and the only Pokemon they had left was a Magikarp with this letter attached to it. Ha 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 ha, no Pokemon for you, Nikki. I love it. That is a brilliant strategy of evil. Man leaves mannequin outside Tesco cash point, leaving queue of frustrated people waiting. A lad left a mannequin outside a Tesco cash point. That's great. It's just a lad. Really? No one was able to see how flawlessly still this dude was holding himself in front of that ATM? No one? If anyone ever refers to any of my work as a meme, they will be immediately blocked. This is not a joke. I hope this turns into a meme. No one will read this, but sometimes whenever I eat M&Ms, I like to hold 2 M&Ms in between my fingers and squeeze as hard as I can until one M&M cracks. I eat the cracked one, and the one that didn't crack becomes the champion. Then I grab the other M&M and force it to compete with the champion in this deadly game of M&M Gladiators. I do this until I run out of M&Ms, and when there's only one M&M left standing, I send a letter to M&M's brand with the champion M&M in it with a note attached that reads, "Please use this M&M for breeding purposes." M&M now just sounds weird and it's freaking my brain out, but I like the way you think. Net Nanny, a piece of software used by parents to keep their kids from going places they don't want them to go, can easily be bypassed through the use of a proxy. This is an example. Oh, one time I borrowed a pen from the teacher and never gave it back. Me spilling NFT soup on NFTs in the metaverse to protest against crypto oil? That was a definite sentence that I never want to see with my eyes again. Fortnite costume equals no candy. So you're just not giving candy to like half the kids that show up? Damn, that's cold, dude. It's kind of f***ed up. My kink is cooking in front of my friends who know which knife is made for what and forcing them to watch me use the wrong one for the wrong thing. Use a cheese grater for tomatoes. You'll burn in hell for this. Yeah, you will. I created a meta dog that devalues meta properties by shitting on their meta lawns. Take that, Zuckerberg. Alright, time for a story, gents. I only went to college for a semester, though I plan on going back. I took organic chem and rocked that shit out, but the professor was not a huge fan of me. Let me explain why. On the first day of OC, I brought my laptop to take notes. Possibly to browse Reddit as well, but that doesn't matter. Not even a bit. The professor had a strict no laptop rule, which wasn't on the syllabus. He did not tell me this cordially and decided to bitch me out for about 30 minutes in front of the entire class. I'm not a vindictive person, so I decided my reaction would be very subtle. I bought a huge scroll on eBay, about 30 feet long when unfurled. In addition, I bought a quill and ink. For the next 5 months, I used my single scroll of paper and my quill to take notes. It was just super. Did you tell him to repeat stuff all the time because you had to write it down with your frickin' quill? I bought a dental office so I can cut fees by 15%. 6 months ago, I made a post asking if people would be interested in a dental office whose fees are 15% lower than the BC Free Guide. Here's the link. This is what billionaires should be doing for fun. They should be buying all sorts of things that are incredibly helpful and useful and necessary to us normal civilians, and making our lives easier because they can, and it literally won't affect them in the slightest. Turn off Fortnite and open the Bible. Checkmate, bitch. I can do both. Eating every part of the fruit. I think fruit exists to be the easiest yet healthy food. You grab it from the fruit bowl, sit down, and eat it. No peeling, no washing, no cutting. Just eat. What? We're expecting 15 people rocking up. This party is taking a life of its own. As the party will be loud, I am very likely won't be able to hear the bell. Here's my number. Far too much hype for this party. I think I will lower my expectations. Yeah, do that. This woman was arrested for feeding homeless people, but she says she won't stop. I read that story. Yeah, watch the body cam footage and all that fun stuff. Yikes. Can you frickin' believe that? Yeah, fuck that. Keep arresting me. Keep arresting me for being a helpful good person. Fuck me, I guess. It seems the piano in my entry room of my childhood house is a rare Lindemann piano. Supposedly. 3 of these models are known. This isn't one of them. I will pay you $400. Add 2 zeros and maybe we'll talk. Alright, here you go. We would like to say a big good morning to this awesome dude who managed to hack our Wi-Fi and print this lovely pic of himself. Hungry photographer deletes all photos and leaves after being denied food at the wedding. Man's got denied a plate and walked off. I do have to say, while I'm sure that nobody here is particularly 100% in the right for various reasons because there's a lot of context we're missing, look, just let me fucking eat. You got plenty of food, man. If you had enough food to pay a photographer 10 plus grand to take photos of your wedding, what's an extra like 20 bucks for his plate? Like, what's the big fucking deal? Madlads story. When my dad was in high school, he used to prank people by pouring ammonia solution and what? On his classmates' white uniforms, which has a bright pink color. By the time they complained, the ammonia would evaporate and the color would disappear. Mad lad. Plot twist. He was a school council member, and in his words, the hard part was not pouring too much ammonia as the scent would linger for a bit. Alright, what a cool guy. Except Lord X. He has no mechanic. No mechanic? No, he's just playing fairly. Okay, Chris Pratt. Wait, what? Eating a what while sitting in Costa? Feeling oh, I see. Some dude was spamming a class group with memes, so he got kicked, only to come back with a vengeance. Hello again. I have collected screenshots of each instance in this GroupMe of copying and sharing the answers to the e-quizzes. If I am removed from this chat again, I will be anonymously forwarding this information to the Student Conduct and Academy Integrity in the office, whatever, of Dean of Students. All I ask is that I can post 1 meme per day. The ball is in your court and I'm a professional NBA player. Okay. Perennial. Good for chives in the early season, before they get weird. Bruh, I have more chives than I know what to do with. I've started putting it on breakfast food. Okay. Need to see what happened. He died. There was a news article about it. What? Really? Link to the article. No, I made it the fuck up. At least he was honest, right? So my grandmother passed recently and I got her will. My birth father was always a piece of shit, always stealing from his mother and ditching his kids whenever he could. I got to this part of the will and I leave the sum of $1. Grammy had the last laugh. This is actually for legal reasons. If Chad was excluded from the will entirely, he could make the case that he was supposed to be included but was forgotten and get a big chunk of the estate. By explicitly giving him $1, it shows he wasn't forgotten, so he doesn't have a case. I don't think you should have a case regardless. If you're not in the will, that should be it, right? I mean, I don't fucking understand all this legal bullshit, all these little hoops that people can jump through to ruin someone's last wishes. I mean, goddamn, why do we have to be a petty jerk in order just to be sure that what we want to happen will happen? I've broken 2 bones, but I'm still a part of the never broke a bone community. I feel guilty about it, but I still refuse to leave. It's been a while since both incidents, but still. You bitch. Playing a 7-Eleven polyrhythm inside a 7-Eleven on July 11th at 7-Eleven for 7 minutes and 11 seconds. Yikes, god damn. I learned that the Animal Planet reality series River Monster ended because star Jeremy Wade was able to catch essentially every exceptionally large freshwater fish species on Earth, leaving no remaining content for the show. I mean, that's pretty badass though, right? I'm told someone in the front row for Viagra Boys at Desert Days had a block of cheese and was grating it onto people's heads. Can confirm. Last week I stole a shopping cart and a traffic cone in the same day. How useful. My friend brought a fucking door to school. There's a lot of context here. Someone must have dared him to. You don't show up randomly with something like that and assume everyone's gonna think you're hilarious. Fed up with poor broadband access, he started his own fiber internet service provider. How long before Comcast shuts him down? More at 11. How stupid would someone have to be to perpetrate a hoax by wearing an ape/wolf suit in a wilderness area where armed hunters roam? I have done it. I was known by many names in my years. Most are lost to time, but I do remember being Spoon Man for a year or two because I kept stealing spoons from my school. I still have 2 boxes of them. Please stand here. Well, Starbucks expulsion notice. We regret to inform you that after multiple complaints, you've been expelled from all Starbucks locations worldwide for the reasons listed below. Starbucks reluctantly expels individuals from our premises. However, we have compelling reasons to do so in this instance. Really? We've had multiple complaints from various locations that you insist on ordering your latte with breast milk and that you... okay, it's completely fake. Gotcha. I mean, I knew it was, but still. Petition to start a heist for the breast milk stash in Starbucks. I'm in. We gotta make a plan. And a Facebook group. Man stopped by police found to have been driving without a license for 72 years. Damn! Must have been a good driver just naturally, right? Tallulah Bankhead, 1902 to 68, claimed to have had over 5,000 lovers. At a society wedding, while the bride and groom were walking down the aisle, Tallulah remarked loudly, "I've had both of them, darling, and neither of them is any good." God damn. What game is this? And don't you dare say chess.
Chess.
Guy buries vodka 3 weeks before festival, then digs it up. Aw, that's fucking genius, you freak. That could have gone, well, not super wrong, right? I mean, how wrong could that have gone? That's pretty sweet. People who write your instead of your, what do you do with all the time you saved? Your mom. YOLO. He's too dangerous to be kept alive. A guy I was hooking up with told me I was getting chubby and I should eat less.